Archangel Michael says, I'm begging you to open this now. Something shocking will happen in your house tonight. You may think tonight is just another normal night, but it isn't. Heaven is speaking louder than usual and your name is in the whisper. There's a fire in the air that will not rest until you hear this. Archangel Michael was sent for one clear reason: to shield you from something coming straight to your doorstep. This is not poetry, not just a story, it is a warning and a plea from realms your eyes cannot see. On your divine timeline tonight carries a shocking event. If your heart is not open, you might miss it. Wondering later why midnight felt heavy, why the air carried pressure, or why your chest felt a sudden pulse for no clear reason. You were chosen to hear this, that's why the message reached you. Many people scroll past miracles never knowing they had one waiting. But you didn't scroll, you stopped. And that moment means heaven itself stopped for you. I do not say this lightly, I am urging you to listen carefully. Don't doubt, don't turn away, because this could be the very message that changes your life. Something is stirring in the spiritual atmosphere of your home. And I must explain before time moves forward again. Before we continue, pause, breathe, look around the room where you are right now. Now look beyond it with your spirit. Because heaven is not far, it is inside your home at this very moment. Angelic presence surrounds you like walls of invisible fire, a shield stronger than anything human. This message found you before midnight for a reason. Because at midnight a visitor arrives, not of flesh and blood but an energy, a revelation, a truth that has been hidden. If unprepared, it may overwhelm you. But if your spirit is ready, it will bless you in ways you've never known. If your heartbeat feels quickening, don't mistake it for fear. That's your soul remembering what divine presence feels like. You may have forgotten, but your soul has not. The reason I cry for your attention is this. God saw the storm ahead of you. A storm that looks like an argument, a betrayal or confusion pressing into your household. But tonight heaven wants to turn it back. This is your moment, not tomorrow, not next week, now. Do not underestimate why you are reading this right now. You may wonder, how can something shocking happen here when all seems calm? That is the mystery of the unseen world. It moves quietly, it slips into conversations, into moods, into sudden dreams, into phone calls, into feelings that don't make sense. And tonight such energy is set to enter your space unless heaven interrupts it through you. You are not just the listener, you are the gatekeeper. Your heart is the key. You carry the authority to activate a miracle in your home. God says, there is a spirit of confusion circling around someone in your house. It wants to create misunderstanding between you and someone you truly care about. That is why tension has been thick in the air. That is why dreams have been troubling you. That is why your spirit feels unsettled. This is not just stress or imagination, it is a warning, a divine alert. But I stand with you now to block it. Tonight you will feel a shift. Some will hear a sound, others may feel a sudden chill or notice a breeze indoors when no window is open. Some may feel a strange weight in the chest. That is not random. That is the movement of spirit through your space. When this happens, speak out loud, even if it feels strange, declare it. In the name of God and Archangel Michael, I declare peace, light and truth in this home. Only love may enter. Let every hidden enemy be exposed and removed. Don't dismiss the power of your voice. Darkness trembles at it. Heaven answers it. You were made with spiritual authority, but most forget it. Tonight I remind you your words are the shield. Something hidden will soon come to light. It could arrive through an overheard conversation, a surprising text, an unexpected visit, a confession, or a decision that changes things suddenly. But do not be afraid. Don't curse the shock, welcome it. Because the shock is not meant to break you but to free you. Someone close has been carrying a secret. Not always out of evil, sometimes people hide truths thinking they are protecting you. But God says, you deserve full light, full truth. And this person cannot carry it any longer. Their spirit is heavy. They have been wrestling with whether to speak or not. Tonight heaven makes the decision. The truth comes out. When it does, respond with calmness, not anger. With wisdom, not reaction. Because how you respond will shape what comes next. Alongside this shock comes blessing. It is not all heavy. Tonight carries a divine surprise too. Someone who doubted you may begin believing in you again. Someone who walked away may think of returning. Something lost may find its way back into your hands. But only if you remain spiritually awake. Expect the unexpected tonight. And welcome it with grace. You may find tears flowing without reason. Don't resist them. They are not weakness. They are heaven's signal that your soul is awake, that your home is opening, that you are ready for the protection and revelation written for you long ago. Beloved, this is not random. It is prophecy unfolding before your eyes. By reading this far, you have already unlocked the door. From this moment forward, your home is no longer just walls and a roof, it is a sacred dwelling wrapped in divine fire, a shield where light exposes darkness, where truth replaces confusion, and where miracles are free to live with you. Tonight is not like other nights. Tonight heaven has chosen your home. The golden light assigned to your bedroom tonight is not ordinary. It is a divine seal, a shield of purity woven through prayer and the authority of heaven. When it settles, you may feel a warmth on your skin or a soft buzzing in the air. That is the mark of angels preparing your spirit for the shift about to unfold. This light will stand guard as you rest, ensuring that no shadow, no hidden agenda, and no whispered curse can enter. What was once a battlefield will now become sacred ground. There is a message hidden in this moment: you are not forgotten. The battles you thought no one saw, the nights you cried quietly so no one would hear, heaven recorded each one. You have been fighting storms while carrying others, but tonight you are carried. The divine presence is moving with precision, and Archangel Michael says, this is not a warning of fear, this is an announcement of freedom. You may feel your body respond in unusual ways: goosebumps, a sudden breathlessness, an urge to walk away from your phone or step outside for fresh air. Follow these nudges. They are heaven's coded instructions to protect you from what is not meant for you. God says, what enters your life after this night will not steal, it will restore. What approaches will not drain, it will deliver. There is someone you have prayed for, someone whose name you've whispered while hoping they could change. Heaven has heard that prayer. You may not see the transformation immediately, but tonight begins their awakening. Seeds are being planted in their soul that will soon break the surface. You are not responsible for their growth, only for your alignment. Release what is not yours to carry. Now, beloved, hear this carefully. The sudden memories resurfacing tonight are not accidents. They are fragments of your soul resurfacing for healing. What you thought was gone forever, God is resurrecting in a purified form. A new chapter awaits, one that does not mirror your old patterns. This is not a cycle repeating, it is a cycle completing. There's also a spiritual visitor assigned to you tonight. Their presence may feel like a soft breeze, a flicker in the corner of your eye, or even a sudden scent from the past. Don't fear it. This soul comes with permission to encourage you, to remind you that your story is still unfolding and that your life still carries missions yet to be fulfilled. Their message is simple: don't stop now. What you've been waiting for is closer than it has ever been. You may also sense resistance, unexpected noise, strange dreams, or interruptions trying to break your focus. These are last attempts from energies that cannot remain in your field any longer. Don't react with panic. Don't feed the shadows with fear. Simply return to truth. Speak aloud if needed. God, I claim your promise. Archangel Michael, cover my home. Archangel Michael stands like fire at your doorway, his sword raised not to create fear but to ensure nothing passes through that was not sent by the divine. Tonight this covering is personal. Heaven is ensuring your name is protected, your household preserved, and your next steps cleared of debris. This is why you are reading this at this very moment. It is not chance, it is scheduling from the divine. God says, you will notice a new peace settling in your atmosphere. The heaviness you've been carrying is being lifted piece by piece. Trust the process. Trust the release. You may wake tomorrow feeling lighter, even if nothing in the physical has shifted yet. That is the spiritual reality moving ahead of the physical. And there is more. Someone who once doubted you, someone who questioned your worth, will soon have no choice but to acknowledge what heaven has placed on your life. Their eyes will open, their heart will soften, and their words will shift. But when they come, remember, this is not your validation. Your worth was sealed long before their opinion. Their change is simply confirmation of what you already are. As the night continues, listen closely. Even silence may carry messages. A dream, a whisper, a vision at the edge of your rest, these are divine downloads. Don't dismiss them. Write them down if you can. They will guide your next choices and show you where heaven is pointing your steps. God says, you are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be. The delay was protection, the waiting was preparation, and now the release is beginning. By morning you may sense clarity where confusion once lived. A conversation may surface that reveals the truth. A shift in energy may give you peace about walking away from something that has drained you for too long. This is not loss, it is liberation. Tonight your home has become more than walls. It is a vessel of light. Every room has been touched, every doorway marked, every shadow erased. What once held fear now holds presence. What once carried confusion now carries divine clarity. And what once felt empty is now overflowing with heavenly promise. Archangel Michael whispers once more, do not doubt, do not fear. You are protected, your name is covered, and your story is unfolding exactly as heaven wrote it. Someone has been thinking about you obsessively. You may not realize how much power your presence still carries within them. Their thoughts circle around you like a restless orbit, but here is the truth: this is not about romance, not about longing in the way the world imagines. This is about your energy. Something in you stirred them, awakened something they couldn't ignore, and now their spirit keeps returning to you because it knows you hold a key to their healing, or perhaps to their reckoning. But God says, you are not responsible for fixing every broken piece in others. You are a mirror, not a mechanic. You reflect what is divine within them, but you are not required to sacrifice your peace for their chaos. Let this awareness free you. You are allowed to be loved without being drained. You are allowed to be chosen without having to convince. Archangel Michael says, the obsession you're feeling is not only from human hearts, it's also the pull of destiny itself. The path you're walking is radiating signals that echo into the spirit world, and both light and shadow feel the vibration. Don't confuse the pull of the past with the promise of the future. The ones truly meant to walk with you will not only think of you, they will step forward in alignment, carrying actions, carrying consistency, carrying truth. Now I must tell you this: in the coming days you may notice sudden shifts in your interactions. Someone may withdraw. Another may suddenly reach out. An old connection might resurface at the same time a new opportunity knocks. Do not see this as chaos. This is divine choreography. Heaven is aligning threads that seem tangled, weaving them into a pattern you could not have designed on your own. If your body feels restless at night, if your heart feels heavier in the afternoons, know this: your spirit is stretching. Transformation often feels like discomfort before it feels like clarity. Don't run from this. Lean into it. Speak gratitude, speak truth, speak protection. When you whisper words of faith into the air, unseen hands lift them higher than you know. There is another message pressing on my spirit for you now. Pay attention to your dreams, for they will not only carry symbols, they will carry instructions. A door is about to be shown to you, and in that dream you will recognize what must be done next. Write it down. Do not dismiss it. God says, the blueprint for your next season will come not through loud signs but through quiet visions. Heaven will speak to you in ways only your soul can interpret. And hear this clearly. You are not behind. You have not missed your moment. Delay is not denial. Everything that felt like it slipped away was only preparation, making space for what's truly yours. The opportunities that fell apart were never strong enough to hold the weight of your destiny. The love that broke your heart was not big enough to contain the depth of your soul. What's coming is stronger. What's coming is rooted. What's coming carries peace. Archangel Michael says, do not be afraid of the silence that follows this message. In that silence angels are moving. In that silence God is writing what you cannot yet see. Even if no one texts, even if no one calls, even if you sit in the quiet tonight, heaven is still speaking. The quiet is not absence, it is alignment. There is also something you need to release. Someone's words spoken carelessly have been replaying in your mind like a broken record. They planted doubt in your spirit, and though you've tried to shake it off, it lingers. Heaven says this: those words were never truth. They were never prophecy. They were the echo of someone's own insecurity projected onto you. Release them now. Return them to the nothingness they came from. Replace them with what God has already spoken about you. You are chosen, you are protected, you are anointed for this path. The energy in your home is shifting too. That's why you may feel sudden urges to move things, to open windows, to rearrange what surrounds you. Follow that instinct. The physical reflects the spiritual. As you clear away dust in your space, heaven clears away dust in your atmosphere. As you let light into your room, heaven lets revelation into your soul. This is why small actions matter. Washing your hands, lighting a candle, whispering gratitude. They may seem ordinary, but in the spirit realm they are signals of alignment. Pay attention also to your body. There is healing trying to come through, not just in your spirit but in your physical form. That tightness in your chest, that ache in your shoulders, it's not random. It is the residue of battles you've carried too long. Tonight heaven says, release it, stretch, breathe, pray. Let the weight go. Healing is flowing into you as you read these words, not only in the unseen but in the cells of your body. And listen carefully. Your name is being mentioned in rooms you've never entered. People are speaking about you in circles you didn't even know existed. Opportunities are forming and you don't need to chase them. You only need to remain aligned, remain faithful, remain ready. When the call comes, you will not need to prepare, you will already be prepared. The golden glow that wrapped your spirit at the beginning of this night is still here. It has not left you. It will not leave you. It will carry you into tomorrow morning, and you will wake with clarity that was missing for so long. Confusion will lift. The fog will part. And where you once felt lost, you will now feel led. This is the turning point. Heaven has marked it. The angels are already surrounding you. The light is already filling your room. And your spirit, though it may tremble, already knows something has shifted. Something has begun. Someone who once made you feel invisible, who turned away when you needed them most, is now beginning to feel the emptiness of that decision. They thought you would always be there waiting, holding space for them, but what they didn't realize was that your absence would echo louder than your presence. The lessons they refused to face are now surfacing in their own lives, and the weight of those choices is teaching them what you already knew: your value cannot be replaced. God says, I allowed their rejection because I wanted you to see your own worth through my eyes, not theirs. They could not carry the sacredness of your spirit, so I removed them, not to punish you but to protect you. You were not abandoned, you were preserved. And now those who once overlooked you will begin to see that the very light they dismissed is the same light they desperately need. Do not be surprised when doors that once slammed shut suddenly begin to open. It is not because people changed their hearts on their own, but because heaven shifted the season. Archangel Michael says, this is the hour where the unseen becomes visible. Where what was whispered in secret will be revealed in daylight. Where your spirit will rise above the shadows that tried to bury you. You may notice in the coming days that certain people return not out of love but out of recognition. They see your glow, your growth, your divine covering, and they want to stand near it. This is where wisdom is needed. Not everyone who returns deserves access again. Some come back only to witness, not to stay. And God says, I will give you discernment to know the difference. Trust the stirring in your spirit. If peace is present, it is from me. If confusion follows, it is not. There will also be a sudden aligning of opportunities. Work that once felt stuck will begin to move, relationships that carry purpose will form without you chasing them, finances that once slipped away will find stability. This is not coincidence, it is fulfillment. The seeds you planted in faith during your hardest nights are now breaking through the soil. You will reap what you cried for, what you prayed for, what you fought in silence for. And while the blessing is arriving, so too is clarity. The fog that made you question your path is lifting. You will begin to understand why the delays were necessary, why certain connections ended, and why you had to carry battles that others never saw. It was never to break you, it was to prepare you. You were being trained in resilience, in spiritual authority, in the kind of faith that shakes the ground beneath fear. Tonight heaven whispers again, you are chosen. Not because of perfection but because of endurance. Not because you never fell but because you kept rising. Even when your heart was weary, you did not surrender your soul. Even when your hands trembled, you still held on. That persistence is what drew angels to surround you, what called divine protection over your name. And now even your enemies will wonder how you keep standing. They will say it was luck, but you will know it was God. They will say it was chance, but you will know it was alignment. What they plotted against you has already been turned into stepping stones for your growth. Their schemes became your shield, their rejection became your redirection, their silence became the space where you found your true voice. In the next chapter of your journey, do not be surprised if you feel sudden waves of release. You may wake up one morning and no longer feel the pain that used to grip you. You may look at the places where you once begged for closure and realize you are already free. This is not denial, it is divine healing. God says, I am removing the sting from your scars. They will no longer define you, they will remind you of how far you've come. And when the blessings start to pour in, remember this truth: they are not rewards for your perfection, they are confirmations of your survival. Every tear watered the ground for your miracle. Every sleepless night planted the roots for your restoration. Every time you thought you were finished, heaven whispered, not yet. So walk boldly now. Not in arrogance but in quiet confidence. Carry your head high, because the crown you wear is not man-made, it is heaven-forged. The battles you faced were proof of your calling. The trials you endured were evidence of your strength. And the victory that is unfolding now is your inheritance. Archangel Michael says, the storm is passing. The dawn is breaking. And the version of you that emerges from this season will be untouchable by the shadows of your past. You are not just surviving anymore, you are stepping into destiny. The old chapter is sealed, the pain is being rewritten into power, and the blessings that waited are now at your door. Breathe deeply. This is your confirmation. This is your alignment. This is your miracle in motion. Your name is being whispered with favor in places you didn't know existed. Doors you never even knocked on are beginning to unlock. And while some people once dismissed you, the very same people are now feeling convicted because they sense what is being prepared for you. This isn't chance, this is alignment. God says, I have kept you hidden, not forgotten. I have preserved your promise until the right moment. That moment is arriving. The stirring in your chest, the sudden clarity in your thoughts, the urge to release what doesn't serve you, these are not accidents. They are confirmations. Archangel Michael says, do not underestimate what is unfolding around you. Every prayer you thought was ignored has been gathered. Every tear you cried has been recorded. Now the answers are aligning with your season. And yes, that means some people will not come with you. Don't grieve their absence. Their exit is part of your entrance. Some could not honor you, some could not celebrate you, and some were never meant to see this version of you. Let them fade. For what is ahead is too holy to be surrounded by half-hearted energy. You will notice strange shifts in conversations. Someone who once dismissed your voice will suddenly seek your wisdom. A door that was once locked will swing open without effort. Even your finances, which felt like sand slipping through your fingers, will begin to stabilize. God says, I delayed so you could mature, so your spirit would not waste what was meant to build your future. The release is near, and this time it will stick. This time what enters your life will not dissolve in confusion. It will be anchored in peace. Pay attention to your dreams in the coming nights. What feels symbolic may be prophetic. Colors, numbers, even faces may hold meaning. Write them down. They are clues being handed to you from the unseen. Some of you will dream of water that means cleansing, renewal, emotional healing. Some will dream of doors that means choices and access. Some will dream of light that is confirmation of protection. Do not dismiss these signs. Heaven is speaking to you while your body rests. And when you wake, notice how your mornings will feel different. The heaviness that once pressed on your chest will begin to lift. You may even find yourself waking before the alarm with a sense of peace you cannot explain. That's not coincidence. That's your spirit aligning with divine timing. Archangel Michael says, stand tall in these days. The winds may blow, but you are the rooted one. You are covered. There is also someone watching you quietly, someone who once underestimated your resilience. They see now that you did not crumble, you did not vanish. Instead you grew sharper, wiser, brighter. Their envy cannot stop what has been written for you. Their whispers cannot cancel your blessing. What is sealed by God cannot be unsealed by man. This is why you must walk boldly now. Stop shrinking to fit spaces that were never designed to hold you. Step into your new measure with courage. Even your body may begin to feel the transition. Strange chills, goosebumps, sudden waves of warmth, this is energy moving through you. Do not fear it. You are being tuned like an instrument. Every note of your soul is aligning with a higher frequency. That is why certain old habits suddenly feel heavy. That is why certain foods, conversations, or environments no longer satisfy you. You are outgrowing them because you are entering into the next measure of your calling. And soon an invitation will arrive. It may seem ordinary at first, an event, a message, an unexpected meeting, but inside of it is divine timing. Someone carrying a piece of your destiny is about to cross paths with you. Be open. Don't dismiss it. That connection has been orchestrated for months, even years, without your knowledge. Trust the nudges you feel. Trust the peace in your spirit. That is heaven guiding your steps. Your house itself is shifting too. The air will feel lighter, almost alive. Shadows that once lingered will dissipate. The atmosphere will be filled with stillness, a holy calm. That is because Archangel Michael and his host have marked your threshold. No darkness is permitted to remain. Every spirit of betrayal, confusion, and despair is being driven out. Your walls will hold peace. Your floor will carry blessing. Your roof will guard you like a shield. And yes, beloved, your name is still traveling further than you realize. People you've never met are thinking of you, planning with you in mind, opening doors in your absence. This is divine networking. You don't need to beg for recognition, it is already being granted. God says, what you thought you lost was only delayed. What you thought was rejection was redirection. You are walking into a chapter that was written long before your doubts ever tried to silence you. Even now, as you read this, your body is confirming it. The chills, the sudden exhale, the way your eyes feel like they're welling up, this is not imagination. This is remembrance. Your soul recognizes truth before your mind can explain it. You are not just reading words. You are inhaling frequencies that are aligning your path. And this is why the enemy tried so hard to distract you. Because once you remembered who you are, nothing could stop you. So tonight, before you sleep, declare again over your life, I release fear, I receive clarity, I am protected, I am chosen. Speak it until you feel it anchor inside your chest. Your words carry weight in the unseen. They will echo louder than you imagine. And when you rise in the morning, you will feel it, lighter, stronger, more certain, more aligned, ready for what has already been written with your name on it. And while heaven is lifting your name, you will notice doors opening that were once locked tight. These doors are not ordinary, they are assignments carrying the weight of your destiny. Opportunities that once seemed impossible will now seek you out. People who once ignored you will now recognize the light you carry. But remember, this is not for your ego. This is for your purpose. God says, I hid you in plain sight until it was safe to release you. And now I am positioning you where no one can deny your calling. Archangel Michael says, your silence has been your weapon. Every time you chose stillness over chaos, every time you chose patience over argument, you were building spiritual authority. Now that authority is about to manifest in tangible ways. Expect sudden clarity in areas where you were once confused. Expect favor in rooms you didn't even know your name had reached. Expect divine alignment that feels too perfect to be coincidence. And about relationships, do not fear the shifting connections. Some people are meant to leave because they cannot follow where you're going. Their exit is not rejection, it's protection. God says, I am sending people who see you, who value you, who protect the peace I've placed upon you. They will not take from you, they will build with you. They will not dim your light, they will honor it. This is restoration, not repetition. There is also a release of wisdom coming into your spirit. You will begin to sense things before they happen. You'll notice a deeper intuition guiding you away from what is false and drawing you toward what is real. Don't dismiss those inner nudges. They are instructions. They are heaven's whispers directing your path. And when you follow them, you will find yourself at the right place at the right time, without striving, without chasing. The financial release tied to your heart posture is still unfolding. What you planted in tears will be harvested in joy. The generosity you showed in hidden moments has not gone unnoticed. Heaven is multiplying it. Watch for unexpected favor with paperwork, with contracts, with resources. What once took months will now happen in days. What once drained you will now flow with ease. God says, I will show you that I am your source, not man, not systems, not institutions. I will provide in ways that remind you I am near. Even your dreams are about to shift. The visions you see in your sleep are not random, they are prophetic. Pay attention to the symbols, the places, the faces that appear. Write them down even if they don't make sense at first. Soon the meaning will unfold and you'll realize heaven has been sending you blueprints for what is next. And about your past, stop fearing that it will come back to haunt you. Those chapters are closed. You are not the same person who walked through that pain. You have been refined, purified, and made new. The enemy may try to whisper reminders of old wounds, but those are lies. You are not bound to who you were. You are stepping into who you were always meant to be. There will also be a test of patience in the coming days. Someone may push your buttons, try to provoke you, try to drag you into unnecessary drama. Do not fall for it. Your silence will speak louder than anything you could say. Your peace will protect you. Archangel Michael says, do not waste your strength on battles that are already won. Stay grounded, stay centered, let heaven defend your honor. Your atmosphere is changing even as you read this. The heaviness you've been carrying is lifting. The confusion you've battled is clearing. The fear that tried to paralyze you is breaking. You are entering a season of supernatural acceleration. What took years will now take months. What took months will now take weeks. Do not be surprised when answers come quickly, when doors swing open suddenly, when breakthroughs chase you down. This is divine timing. And about love, your heart is being rewired. You are learning the difference between attachment and alignment, between lust and love, between settling and sacred partnership. That's why old memories are surfacing, not to hurt you but to heal you. Release what no longer serves you so that when the one aligned with your soul steps in, you can recognize them without fear. They will not be perfect, but they will be pure. Their presence will feel like home. Tonight sit with yourself. Light that candle, breathe deeply, and know you are not alone. There are angelic beings surrounding you, watching over you, pouring strength into your spirit. You may feel their presence as warmth, as stillness, as peace that surpasses understanding. Don't dismiss it. Receive it. Whisper gratitude. Speak your desires out loud. Your words are keys unlocking what is already prepared for you. God says, the wait has not been wasted. Every tear watered the soil. Every loss made room for what I am bringing. Every delay was protection. And now I am restoring what was broken, replacing what was stolen, and multiplying what was surrendered. Your story is shifting tonight. Not someday, not eventually. Now. The unseen world has already moved and soon the physical world will catch up. Hold your head high, walk in peace and trust the signs unfolding before you. This is the beginning of your next chapter and it is brighter than you imagined. Let me speak now about your home. The very air in your house is changing. There were spirits of anxiety lingering. Shadows of sadness that didn't belong to you. Some of it was picked up from visitors, others from memories that still echoed in the walls. But Archangel Michael has sent warrior angels into your space right now. They're walking your halls, placing shields in the corners, lifting the frequency. Don't be surprised if you feel like opening a window or lighting something sweet. That's your spirit responding to the cleansing. Someone you once trusted planted doubt in your spirit. They acted like they were in your corner, but their energy told a different story. They drained you without you realizing it. And now you finally see it. That's why tonight is so powerful. Because now you're not just protected, you're awake. You'll never let someone dim your light like that again. Not because you're cold, but because you've learned, you've risen. Here's what you must know. Before the week ends, something will try to pull your attention backward. An old memory, an old mistake, a person from the past. But listen to me. What's behind you has nothing new to say. The future is calling and it speaks in miracles. Let what's gone stay gone. You're building something sacred now. Don't dig in yesterday's soil looking for tomorrow's harvest. Tonight's message was not just to warn you but to awaken your inheritance. Yes, inheritance. There's something your bloodline was supposed to carry. A gift, a power, a purpose that God buried through generations of pain and silence. But you are the one heaven chose to restore it. That's why your path has been harder. That's why you felt heavier. You were never just living your life. You were breaking cycles. And now you get to build something new. Your children, whether born, unborn, spiritual or adopted, will walk easier because of what you're unlocking tonight. The pain stops with you. The fear ends here. And what begins tonight is legacy, power, love, peace that multiplies. You may not feel qualified, but heaven says you are ready. Ready not because of perfection but because of surrender. The moment you opened your heart to this message, you gave heaven permission to finish what it started. And tonight God is saying, I am faithful to complete the good work I began in you. There's a financial confirmation coming in the form of a sign. You might overhear someone mention a number. You may see an unexpected amount in your account. You may be offered something you didn't chase. Receive it with open hands. It's part of the reward. And no, it's not too late. Heaven doesn't measure timing by clocks. It measures it by readiness. And you're ready now. Tonight, if you feel the urge to write, do it. Even just a line, let your spirit speak back to heaven. Even if it's just I'm here, I'm listening. That alone sends a vibration through the spirit realm that tells every angel on assignment, my child is awake, deliver what was delayed. You may have been the black sheep. The one nobody understood. The one who felt like they had to carry more than others. But heaven says that was the mark of the chosen. And now your story is becoming the blueprint others will follow. You will no longer have to explain yourself. Your peace, your glow, your miracles will speak for you. Watch how things start to fall into place like puzzle pieces you weren't even trying to solve. That's what divine timing looks like. That's what favor smells like. And if you feel something touch your shoulder tonight or feel pressure on your bed when no one is there or hear your name whispered softly as you drift off to sleep, know this. That is not imagination. That is presence. That is the angel assigned to your home making themselves known. Don't panic. Just say, I receive your guidance, thank you for protecting me. That's all they'll understand. And now, beloved soul, rest in the knowing that heaven has spoken directly to your spirit. What was meant to harm you has been transferred into light. What was hidden is now being revealed. You are protected, you are seen, you are ready. Let tonight be the night you say yes to peace, yes to clarity, and yes to the divine path unfolding just for you. The angels are still with you and they are not leaving until the blessing lands. Before you go, if your heart felt even one truth in this message, don't let this be the last time heaven reaches you. Stay connected to the divine guidance meant for your name. Miracles are moving toward you, and the next message might be the one that changes everything. And when it comes, you will know, because your spirit will recognize it, your heart will quicken, and your soul will whisper, "This is mine." You were chosen not only to receive blessings but to carry light forward for generations. This is the moment you rise. Amen.